we begin, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Keeping It 100 Experiences. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to her YouTube channel in the comment section. She's a great person overall. She also has great videos out, and what a wonderful person overall. Shout outs to her. She knows who she is, right? So to begin, for you, Aquarius, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Three of Wands. So these three cards right here represent, well, first and foremost, this represents you, Aquarius, kind of seeing, this is New York, yo. There's so much stuff going on. But this represents you, Aquarius, wanting to do better for yourselves, right? The Knight of Pentacles represents a person that's continuing on their life's journey, right? Especially in this reading, and is living their life and, you know, has had to deal with the ups and the downs and the controversy, but doesn't let the challenges really ever get them down. So because of this, right, a lot of you realize that you had to go through a lot of scapegoating. A lot of people will blame you for stuff, right, that isn't even necessarily your fault. And a lot of you, Aquarius, shouldn't care, and you don't care. You shouldn't care, because that's what happens when you're great. You know, there's usually two types of greats. There's usually the great that, you know, wants to do great things and they have help, and, you know, they go on to do great things. And then there's the type of great that a lot of people dislike, scapegoat, try to hold down, hold back, and they also go on to do great things despite of all of that. One is great, one is even greater, right? So the thing is that you're really showing how great you, Aquarius, actually are, at the fact that you've overcome so much adversity even in your own lives, where people dislike you and they scapegoat you. Because remember, not only does Capricorn and Aquarius stand right next to each other as far as the zodiac wheel, they're also ruled by the same planet, right, which is Saturn. So people scapegoat Aquarius just as much as they scapegoat Capricorn, just in a different way. So because of that, right, you had to deal with so much of that yourself. But the Three of Wands represents you're finally starting to actually understand yourselves better, that once again, you know, you really got to learn to stop being such a humanitarian, because the humanity is the problem, right? Your humanity is the ego, the idea that you have to save the world and save everybody and save this, save that. It's like, no, people have to ultimately save themselves. And what happens when you feel like you have to save the world, you actually end up pulling from the Leo perspective. The Leo, your opposite sign of Leo. But the opposite sign of Leo is what? The sacrificial lamb. If not done correctly, Leo actually, it's not Capricorn. Leo actually represents the sacrificial lamb. See, Capricorn, right, or the energy of Capricorn or Saturn represents people being upset at you because you're not putting yourself out there to be scapegoated. So they scapegoat you because you're not putting yourself out there like that. Leo represents the sacrificial lamb. You putting yourself out there trying to be the hero of everybody else. So what does this have to do with anything? The Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. It's because you, Aquarius, people would dislike you because they're trying to get you to be on the same page and do whatever it is that they want you to do. And it's not working, because it doesn't work, because you, Aquarius, march to the beat of your own drum. You do your own thing. And it's because of that people admire, but at the same time, some people don't know necessarily how to take that, and they end up being upset. And what do? They want to scapegoat that. They want to scapegoat that. So now the Queen of Wands is about how it is that, but you, Aquarius, have to learn to manage that. And what I mean by that is, let everyone, in other words, manage the people that you choose to be around. Because one thing that I want to tell you, Aquarius, is that when it comes to people betraying you or the hardships that you go through with like others and getting to know them, it's not from the outside. It's not from you keeping them out there at a certain distance. No, because people can't get that close, right? So they can't even get that close to actually try to bring you down, because you're not even letting them get that close. You're invincible in that sense. But when you have a vulnerability is when you allow people to get close to you. Because now, right, when you are an outsider and you leaving others alone and you being quiet and you doing your own thing, right, people are afraid of you because it's the mystery of, what if you the one that comes through and wrecks everybody, right? What if you're the one that, it's that air of mystery. But then when people get comfortable with you, they want to start being on some goofy stuff, when now it's like, why was I afraid of you? Why was I afraid of you in the first place? I'm going to go ahead and do whatever it is that I want to do and run roughshod. And that's how a lot of people can be when it comes to your relationship. So you got to stop allowing people to just come in and do that and watch and kind of do the Aquarius thing. Yeah, you can have friends, but you're all supposed to keep your distance. Same thing when it comes to relationships. Yeah, you can have relationships and all of that. No doubt. Romantic ones, no doubt. Where you and a person is getting close, no doubt. But you're also supposed to have days when it is that said, you don't talk to them, you don't see them. See, a lot of times people think that what it is I'm telling them is thing, because it's ancient practices. It's ancient practices, and the science bears witness to it. If you see your partner every single day, at some point, you're going to get sick of your partner. So the two of you, in order to make the relationship better, the two of you should probably not see each other every single day. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the two of you can't work out if the two of you live together. But it means that the two of you are going to have to make an assorted, an even more greater effort in order to make the relationship work. Why? Because you've made it harder from seeing each other every day. As opposed to if you decided, you know what, you're not going to live together, right? You're not going to live together. The two of you are going to see each other once, twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week. But ultimately, the two of you are gonna live apart from each other or whatnot. That actually makes it better, makes it easier on the both of you, because then the two of you are not sick of each other, and that's what it is that I'm talking about. And people try to make it seem like these types of relationships don't work, and it's like, I can show and prove that these types of relationships that I just suggested work. Like, it goes to show you people's brainwashing as to how people think that a traditional relationship is, when they don't seem to understand that there's not one mode of being in a relationship. There's many. But people think that the only way that a relationship could work is you have to live together and stuff like this. But then I come talking about how you should live apart, maybe, right? Live apart. You ain't got to necessarily live so far apart from each other, but the two of you could live in different buildings or different houses, and everybody, is like, what? But the justice now and the Eight of Pentacles is about how so another thing too is that you, Aquarius, have to learn to go with what relationship works for you. Learn to go with what relationship works for you, in the sense of, is how the two of you working with each other working for you? It's not just totally about them. Is it working out for you? Do you like seeing each other every single day? Is this something that you would want? Do you like not seeing each other every single day? Do you want to see each other? Do you want to see them every single day? Do what works for you. You know, let's clarify the Chariot. And depending on what it is that you want, that will show what type of relationship that will shape the face of what type of relationship you're looking for, is what I'm trying to say, right? I don't necessarily want to see my partner, to see the person who I'm kicking it with every single day. Why? Because I understand that there's some things about me that's going to get on somebody's nerves, going to stress somebody out, that's going to get them upset. But I also understand that there's some things about them that's going to get on my nerves, that's going to stress me out, that's going to get me upset. So in order to alleviate that, what do? I say, you know what? You live in your own, because in New York, it's mostly apartments. But you in certain areas, so it's like, you know what? You live in your apartment or in your house or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to go ahead and live in my own apartment, live in my own thing, do my own thing. And whenever it is that we see each other, it's not going to be any kind of disrespect or any of that stuff. So I know what works for me. Can I live with somebody else? Yeah, but I don't want to, you know. I'm a Virgo, I'm mutable, I can do either or, but do I want to? Preferably, no. So to clarify the Chariot, you have the Hierophant, the Chariot, again, the Judgment, the Four of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Because we can't clarify with a card with the same card. So to clarify the Chariot, we have the Hierophant, the Judgment, right? You shouldn't care about, when you're getting to know others, how they give you pushback. If those people give you pushback, they don't have to agree to the way to your dating style, because everybody has their own unique dating style. They don't have to agree to your dating style. If they don't like it, they don't have to be with you. You don't have to be with them. The Four of Cups and the Four of Wands, what you Aquarius need to do is go off and deal with somebody or interact with somebody or be with somebody that actually sees things your way, that is actually fine with it. They're not tripping out about wanting to live in because that's not an insult. You just want to have your own privacy and you want to have your own stuff. And it's why are people taking it so personally? It's not a matter of, insulting a person. It's a matter of, hey, the times when I'm upset, I would rather you not see me like this. You know what I mean? So, other than that, let's clarify the Justice. So this reading for you, Aquarius, is very much so, it speaks to a big sense of individuality and you, Aquarius, needing to actually become more of yourselves in a sense of listening to your own individuality. What do you want? Do you want to live with somebody? Do you not? Do you want them to have their own place so that they can go home? They never sleep over. They never feel too comfortable to now start to get the idea of, hey, they want to move in. What do you, Aquarius, want? Because I see that from this reading, I see that kind of trying to do things the traditional way, quote, unquote, is getting you Aquarius jammed up, because for some of you, it may work for a while. It may work. Some of you, Aquarius, may be happily married. But then for a lot of you, Aquarius, it's like this traditional stuff doesn't work. So let's clarify the Justice. And then people are blaming you for the fact that you're just trying to be more of yourself. The Hanged Man, the Knight of Swords, the Moon, yeah. The King of Swords, right. People are just blaming you for you wanting to be more of yourselves. And despite all of that, you, Aquarius, don't care about that. You're going to continue to date, get to know others, until you found someone that actually is cool with it and is on the same page and doesn't necessarily take it personally that you don't want to move in at all or move in next week, because that's a joke right? That's kind of like a running joke, how a lot of people are so fast to move in with one another, right? And I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm saying that's kind of the idea, not the person. The idea is kind of a joke, because it's like how fast a person is trying to move in with another person. You just met them next week and they trying to move in with you so fast, you know, or a month later. And it's like, listen, a year is 12 months. Let's put things into perspective. A year is 12 months. Boom, we already approaching December. You know what I mean? Three, 4 months ago, it was what, July? You know what I mean? So 3, 4 months ago, it was what, July, August? So now the moon and the King of Swords is about how you need time to be by yourself and reflect on your own life, and you need room to breathe, some of you Aquarius. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the 10K subs. I'm at 98.52. Thank y'all so much. Smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.